In this video, as you can see, I'm rebuilding a 0 overall team, and I will have 5 seasons to rebuild the 0 overall team to a World Series championship contender. But as you can see, we do have some special guests. We have the likes of, and also shout out to my friend and Vasi, aka Eternal Phoenix. He's not really a user on YouTube or whatever, but I'll put him in the description below. We got 2 of his OCs. We got Choi Yunji, Eri Kobayashi, me, and Vasi himself. And what we have to do is we gotta build a World Series winning team around these 4 players, and they have to stay in the majors every single season. So with the first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put them on development plans with with Choi Yunji. We're going to put her on a pitching coach session plan with Eri Kobayashi. We're going to put her on a hitting coach session with me. We're going on a batting cage. And for Vasi, we're going to also go with power since he is a first baseman. Now with this, what I am going to do is, as you can see, we do have some of this going around. So as you can see, this is what the lineup is going to be looking like for season 1. We got me in right field, also playing third base because that was another one of my primary positions in when I was playing baseball. Eri Kobayashi as a left fielder, and we got Vasi himself as a first baseman. Who could play all of outfield, while Eri could play the outfield herself, and then Choi Yunji as the starter or the ace of this team. Coming in at a 61 overall. So let's go ahead and get to the draft. There's not really anything we could do, although we do have some strict rules. One of them is that I'm only allowed to sign, and get this, I'm only allowed to sign a maximum of 3 free agents every offseason. That's going to be really tricky. Icky, honestly, 3 free agents in the offseason is really hard. And not only that, but another one of the rules is that, like I mentioned, we have to keep all of us in the major leagues. Drafting is okay. We could sign all of them, but we have to keep these 4 players in the majors at all times, and also we have to sign only 3 free agents every offseason. It is going to be really tough. So let's go ahead and just get to the draft, and I'll see you guys then. And here we go in season 1's draft. This is going to be very interesting because we have the 3rd overall pick. We got the 3rd overall pick in the draft. So let's see who the Guardians take as number 1 overall in this draft class. And it is going to be Robbie Villa. Alright, not too bad. Robbie Villa. The 2nd pick of the draft is going to be Douglas Mann, and other starter. And now for our next pick, I'm actually going to go ahead and take this James Sable guy. I really want to take this James Sable guy, but also David, if it's also calling my name. Also, Joe Ostrander or Bob Taft. This is hard. All right, but I'm going to go with Bob Taft, first baseman. Even if we have to move Vasi to DH, I am willing to make the move, but Bob Taft is going to be in this draft. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and show you guys our draft picks and if we sign them or not. So I will see you guys once we sign our draft picks. Coming into the All-Star break, we are 0-97. 0-97. Ouch, that has to hurt. But I just want to take a look at some of our stats. Okay, we'll take that. 9 home runs, but a 222 average, not bad. Eri, whoa, okay, Kobayashi, I see you. Look at that, she's on fire. With 3 home runs and a 272 average, and Vasi, the main man, and 5 home runs. Okay, not bad. And Choi Yunji, not the greatest, but I guess she did get injured a little bit. But she's 0 for 5 though. But she's got 37 strikeouts, which isn't too bad. I'm curious to see who our All-Star was this year. I'm curious to see who the All-Star was this season. So we'll go ahead and check who the All-Star was. It was not Yunji. It was not her. Who was it? It was... Did we not have an all-star? Are you serious? Did we not have an all-star? Or am I being dumb? Where's our all-star? Did we not have one? I don't think we had a single all-star. Has that ever happened before? I don't think we had a single all-star. That's insane. Look at that. It's mostly Dodgers, too. What the heck? So we have our draft picks, and let's see if we got the right picks. And okay, you know what? That's better than I expected. Better than I expected. Bob Taft, 78 potential, 68 overall. We'll gladly take that. Seamus Gill, 76 potential. We'll gladly take that as well. Jesus Nava is the guy I'm most excited about. 62 overall, 89 potential. Randall Gelman, 90 potential with a Charles Rodriguez as well, which is very nice. But I do want to see if there was a generational talent. And okay, that's not really generational. This was the first overall pick, by the way. Robbie Villa, 92 potential, 65 overall. So that's interesting. Fred Cox, man. Fred Cox, oh my gosh. I think, where's the second overall pick? It was by the Reds, and they got Douglas Mann. Okay, let's just get to the end of the season. But before we do, actually, I'm not going to do any of those, but let's just get to the end of the season and let's see what goes down. Coming at the end of the year, we won a single game. We won a single game. Who did we beat? We beat the Mets. We beat the Mets 4-3. Who? I think it was Joe Random that got the win. It was Joe Random that got the win. And oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm shocked, honestly. But Yoonji, he's hamstring. But there's her season stats, though, for season 1. Not too shabby. It could have been better. Okay, I mean, 222 average isn't too bad. Eri Kobayashi, though, she kind of cooled off, but she did get the rhythm of it. And Vasi does get up to a 44. So not too bad, though. Well, we'll take it. But you know what? It is going to have to be something. It is definitely going to have to be something we do. Hopefully none of the 4 guys do retire, as the Phillies ended up defeating the Rays in the World Series. That's interesting. Do any of our guys retire? Doesn't look like it. But our whole team pretty much retired. So we're going to have to get a whole new team, which it just sucks. That really just... Oh my gosh. We're going to go ahead and put Choi Yoonji back up into the majors. Just check if everybody is still here. Perfect. Everybody's still here, which is exactly what we want. So there we go. With that. So there we go. With that being said. Now we're in free agency, and the problem is I can only sign up to 3 free agents a season in off season. 3 free agents in off season. And in 5 years, we got to pick the right signing. So let me take a look and see who I really want. I already checked. The first guy I know I want to pick up is Gleyber Torres for the second baseman. I know his stats aren't the greatest. They weren't the greatest last season, but the guy's only 28 years old, and we could have him for the next potential 4 seasons, because we're going until like 2029, I believe it is. So Gleyber Torres is going to be hopefully our first signing of the offseason, which we need offense in general. This might be an underrated pick, but I'm going to go John Means, honestly. I think John Means, we need pitching in, and we need it in desperate. We need John Means. I'm going to give him $9 million, honestly. I'm going to give him $9 million. And you know what? Let's give him that club option. We'll give him that club option with it. But we still need 1 more signing out of all these. And I think the guy to have is AJ Minter, because we need a bullpen arm, and we need it quick. If we get a bullpen arm, we can at least rely on a bullpen arm to come out of the pen and get the job done. But anyways, these are the 3 signings we are going to make in season 1's off season. We got John Means, Gleyber Torres, and AJ Minter. Hopefully they all come to Colorado and we can get on it. And I didn't specify anything about the Rule 5 draft. That is in play, so we might get some Rule 5 picks, but we'll see. I'll see you guys all in season 2. second season, and we did get the guys we wanted, as well as a few others on the Rule 5 picks. As you can see, we got Yoan Moncada, who was in the Rule 5 draft somehow. So we do have that $15 million contract in there, which I'm going to have to figure out something. We also got Chris Rodriguez for the starting rotation. That way we could have a full 3 starters, as well as Ronnie Simon, who's kind of going to be, I would say, the shortstop of the team to play shortstop. We might move over to shortstop, maybe, but we're still 30th and everything. Jesus. As we do have our 2 picks in the AAA roster. As so if we go to pitching rotation, obviously it's like we do have Charles Rodriguez in there, but it is definitely one of the more harder things to pull off. And also we have Seamus Gill and Jesus Nava in the bullpen as well as AJ Minter, and with John Means, Chris Rodriguez, and Choi Yu-ji in the rotation. And this is what our lineup is looking like. Actually, it's Ronnie Simon over at DH. I was thinking Ronnie Simon more of a shortstop. So this is, I think, what we're gonna rock with for season 2 of the rebuild. We got only 4 more years to do this. Oh my gosh, 4 more years, and we gotta win a World Series with this. This is just, or just get postseason even at all. Oh, as I forgot to do these. Oh my gosh, but we have freaking like 4 years to get this team. Might I add, this team right here, with our lowest rated player being Vasi at 44 overall, our lowest real player, and our highest being John Means at 81. You gotta be kidding. To at least a postseason contending team. If we get to the postseason, I'll be happy. Let's just get to the draft and see what goes down. We're in season 2's draft, and we don't even have the first overall pick. We had it, but we're down to the 5th. The Nationals have the first overall pick. What kind of crap is that, man? But as you can see, Alan Yamashita does get drafted first overall. As next up, it is Justin Salazar, which is very interesting to note. As who's the 3rd pick? It is going to be Dustin Montez, who was the number 1 in the. It looks like Alan Yamashita isn't that bad. Justin Salazar could be decent. Dustin Montez, who got picked. Oh, dude, Larry looks like a generational talent, man. Larry does look like a generational talent, which is worrisome, I would say. It is worrisome a little bit, but I think we take our number 1 guy. But Robbie Bruce looks... Robbie Bruce doesn't... Oh, man. Do we take him is the question. Because Robbie Bruce, we're going to take Robbie Bruce. We're going to take Robbie Bruce as our first overall pick. And that's going to be the only pick I show you. So let's just get to the end of the trade deadline, which I may make some trades depending on stats or whatever. So if I do make trades, I will show you. Before I show you, we won 7 games. Yeah, we won 7 games. 1 against the Reds, I see. 2 against Detroit. We won the series against Detroit. 1 against Washington, 1 against Atlanta, 1 against Chicago, and 1 against Kansas City. Oh my gosh. How are we going to win the World Series like this? That is insane to me. That is absolutely insane to me. Let's just check the stats. Ronnie Simon, I have no idea. Eri Kobayashi, though, up to a 60 overall. She might be the MVP out of the 4. So not too bad. Yoan Moncada isn't doing too bad. Gleyber Torres isn't doing too bad either. A 154. And then, that's it. I mean, how am I doing worse than Vasi? That makes no sense at all. AJ Minter with a 4, John Means with a 3, Chris with a 6, and Yoon-Ji with a 4. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. Let's try to fix this team up. First trade we're making, we're getting rid of a ton of budget, getting Riley Thompson and Hunter Bridge from the Cubs. Although I could go with like a Julian Mayweather, or actually I would get Julian Merriweather And I wish I could get Hunter Bridge, but I can't. Otherwise, I would have to get rid of Yohan Moncada, which I kind of don't want to do, but I might do it just to dump some budget. But this is what we're going to do. Julian Mayweather as well. Actually, maybe Yomar. Or can we get rid of one of these Joe Randoms? We can actually. So that's what we're doing. We're getting rid of one of the Joe Randoms, and we're picking up. And we are going to be picking up, actually, Riley Thompson and Adbert Allerzoy. I think it's to say Adbert Allerzoy for Chris Rodriguez, AJ Minter, and Joe Random to the Cubs. Perfect. If we want to win a World Series in 5 seasons, we got to trade away prospects. So we're getting rid of Seamus Gill for Alexander Morka, Jason DeLay, and Dalton Jeffries on the Pirates. I get it, 2 of them are deep potential, but we're getting Alexander and Morka, who was a young prospect who couldn't possibly do this. I just need to get offense in. And this offense could be good. Maybe not actually, maybe not him. Maybe we could go for more bullpen, honestly. Bullpen would be better. So I'm thinking instead, let's go for Dennis Santana. Try to get some bullpen up. We need that bullpen. And I think that's all the trades we're gonna make unless we sign our draft picks, which we are. So let me show you the draft picks we're looking at. All right, as you can see, there is the draft pick right there. And let's see, 3, 2, 1, and oh, 67 overall, 98 potential. Robbie Bruce, pick the right choice. Let's go, baby. Maybe Brian Chang has already reached max potential. That does kind of suck. So he might be a trade piece of the offseason. Tristan Ortiz, not too shabby. Ron Newhouser, decent. Hans, decent. And Enzo, decent. Just want to check if there's any generational talents. Justin Salazar looks like a great player. Let's see, where was the number 1 overall pick? Wow, they got 3 closers. The Marlins got 3 closers. Yep, Alan Yamashita. This guy looks like a generational talent. Unbelievable. So let's just get to the end of the season. In season 2, big news. We won 12 games. Yeah, 12. That's, oh my gosh. Unbelievable, man. That's just absolutely unbelievable. But Yoonji, man, she is growing. 70 overall. Unbelievable. How did the team do? Looks like Bob did get some playing time in the majors, so that does make sense that Bob did get some playing time in the majors. Probably going to play over Vasi, so we might have to move Vasi to that DH spot, or we could put Bob Taft in that role of DH. No, who's on the injured list? None of our guys, though. Okay. Hey, Eri Kobayashi up to a 61 overall. Statistically better, but worse. Like, home runs were better, but nothing really. She did get a triple, though. Alexander Mokeo is decent. Gleyber Torres was the star, but minus 10 power versus lefties. Good gosh. Ronnie Simon wasn't too bad. I just did terrible. 6 home runs with a 1.73. And Vasi kind of, I mean, what can you expect out of that? John Means actually didn't do too bad. Dalton Jeffries not too bad either. Yoonji with a 5. And Riley Thompson with a 5. Obviously, we're the worst team in baseball. Well, so we got to keep at it again. As the Dodgers beat the Astros, a glimpse of a 2017 World Series rematch. Didn't any of our guys retire? Thank God nobody, none of our guys left, which is perfectly amazing. And we need to get a whole new freaking thing and whatever. We need to get a whole new everything, which we will do at the start of the season. So we take a look at arbitration. And let's just get these guys for like 3, probably the next 3 or so years, because we're gonna need them, and we're gonna need them in fast. So let's just do that. Tender contracts. Actually, I will just go ahead and do free agency. The 3 free agents this year are crucial because we got guys like Vlad Guerrero Jr. We have guys like Kyle Tucker in the team. Guys like Dylan Cease, Bo Bichette is here, Josh Naylor's here, Reese Hoskins is here. We need everything, really. I mean, we don't really need another second baseman, but we need guys like catcher and designated hitter and center field as well. So let me go through and let's see what 3 free agents I have for this team. One guy, you know, I had to sign one of the big guys. I'm going Kyle Tucker. I gotta get Kyle Tucker on this team. Look at that. He's insane. 94 overall. This guy could be the key piece to the team. So Kyle Tucker is one. Another guy I'm going to try to get is Nestor Cortez Jr. I really want to get that arm in the pen. I really want to get him loose. And so let's see if we can get Nestor Cortez. Let's go like 10.3. 3, so that is another one of our 3 signings. And the final one is going to be Hunter Harvey for the bullpen. So obviously, these are the 3 free agent signings we can get. Kyle Tucker, Nestor Cortez, and Hunter Harvey. We're trying to get as quick as possible. Let's see if we get them. Hopefully we do. And I'll see you guys all in Season 3. Season 3, and this is going to be a probably way better season because look at this team. Look at this team. This is absolutely unbelievable. And we, of course, Kyle Tucker said, nah, I don't want to play for Colorado. But we got the next best thing in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So we got Vladdy in the squad. As you can see, yeah, Bob Taft is moved to first base, so Vassie is going to play in his secondary position at center field. And we pretty much almost have a full pitching rotation. Nestor Cortez signed, and we also got Brock Burke and Michael Grove from the Rule 5 draft. Brock Burke is a lefty. We needed a lefty in the bullpen. And so we got him. And we also got Hunter Harvey as well, which still somehow ranks us 30th, which is, I don't know how, but we now have, I believe, we're getting close to having a full squad. All we need now is a catcher. I think I know just the guy. And it is Blake Sable of the Giants for Brian Chang, who was our draft pick last year, Ernesto Cortez, and Tristan Ortiz. So this is going to be the catcher position filled. So there we go. We got the catcher position now filled. Because I don't know why Ronnie Simon is over at second base when I wanted him at short. That's just kind of stupid saying. But we now have a full lineup minus a bench, which isn't too bad at all. But I'm thinking we fixed the lineup a little bit, so let me fix the lineup a little bit. So this is the lineup we're rocking with for Season 3. We got a full lineup, and we also we need 2 more bullpen arms for a bullpen. So who's getting the call down? Well, it's got to be one of the Joe Randoms. Again, like, I'm sorry, but it has to be one of the Joe Randoms. They just keep getting called down. We gotta get a. We also have to get a bench as well. And remember the rule: we have to keep Ari, me, and Vassie in the lineup, or at least in the majors at all times. Choi Yoonji is honestly not going to be a problem because he's honestly a good bullpen piece. But let's just get to Season 3's draft and see what that heck goes down. Season 3 draft time. We have about 2 more seasons left. And of course we have the 7th pick because this game does not want to give us the first overall pick. I don't know why. And Eddie Diaz, he looks terrible. Eddie Diaz, I don't know what the Tigers were thinking. That's just a terrible pick on their part. Geno Smith actually doesn't look half bad. And let's see who the 3rd overall pick is. It is going to be Nelson Lebowski. So let's just get to our pick. Danny Hell, was going to pick Danny Hell, but he looks like generational. This guy looks generational. And Alfonso isn't too bad either. Give me Reggie Swell. I think I'm going to say it. Reggie Swell. And I'll just see you guys all because that is the only draft pick I'm showing you. So let's just get to the signings and trade deadline. And at the All-Star break, 27 and 72. Oh, man. I mean, that's more wins combined in the previous 2 seasons, but still, we have a lot on our plate in order to get at least to the postseason. But gosh, man, absolutely terrible. So we got to make trades and fast. We're going to be trading with the Nationals, getting rid of Nestor Cortez because he is just absolutely not good at all. We're going to be getting Jackson Rutledge, Trent Thornton, and Cade Cavalli of the Washington Nationals. Try to get some better pitching is what we're doing. And another trade we're doing is with the Oakland Athletics for Tyler Soderstrom and Albert Alzolay and Zach Johnson for Blake Sable and Albert Alzolay. We're going to convert Tyler Soderstrom to a catcher and put him as our main catcher. And that's all the trades we're doing in this transfer deadline. Or the trade deadline. All right, we have our draft picks. Did we make the right call? Wow, this was absolutely a terrible draft. Besides Twan Weller, this was absolutely terrible. What the heck happened here? I don't know what happened here. Wow. Okay, this was just not a good draft. I don't even want to talk about this draft. This was just absolute. Were there any generational talents this draft? I don't think so. I really don't think there were any generational talents. Yeah, there was none. This draft class was terrible. Let's just get to the end of the season. We're at the end of season number 3, and it is a 45 and 117 season. So you know what? We're kind of starting to edge toward that. We're not that bad, but we are more like a major league side bad, sort of bad. Obviously, you're still the worst team in all of baseball. It's not that bad of what it should be. Obviously, we're still ranked 30th, but look at, I mean, with an 8 ERA, oh my gosh. An 8 ERA is just mind-boggling to me. Yeah, but how did everybody do? I'm not liking what I'm saying. Bob Taft is not that bad. Gleyber Torres, pretty decent. Vlad Guerrero, just absolute killer. Tyler Soderstrom was decent. Eric Kobayashi, contact is going down. I mean, stats-wise, way better, but just average was absolute garbage. Ronnie Simon wasn't too bad. I didn't do too bad either. Alexander didn't do too bad, and then Vassie just absolutely terrible. The pitching side of things, I mean, what can I say, right? It's pitching, and like everybody had above 8. Like, it's just absolutely awful. So pitching is what we're gonna need as the Padres defeat the Rangers in the World Series. None of the guys do retire, which is absolutely phenomenal. The only guy that we really have is Trent Thornton. And we're going to keep him around for another season or so. So we'll keep him around for another season. So let's see what kind of things that we have today. Ooh. Okay. This is interesting. But we only have 88 million. We only have 88 million. I'm not going to re-sign anybody. I'm not going to re-sign any of the Joe Randoms because just absolutely not. I'm just gonna go ahead and give these guys. Let's just give them 2-year. We'll give them all 2-year deals. Because that's what we want. Zach Johnson, I'm gonna keep him around for another season or so. So we'll keep him around for another. Let's keep him around for another season or so. UNG, kind of the same thing. We'll keep her around. And then Tyler Soderstrom, maybe get a backup option, but I'm not too positive. So taking a look at free agency, we have guys like Ryan Jeffries. We got guys like Ozzy Albies. We also have guys like Tarek Screwball. This one is definitely interesting, but the reason why it sucks is because we can only sign 3 free agents per season. Now, if this were a normal rebuild, I'd go after a lot of people, but I gotta be strategic with my signings in this off-season because at the end of the day, only 3 signings, and I have to keep the maximum budget. It's going to be hard, honestly. It's going to be hard. So I'll show you guys, I'll think of who to get. I'll just see you guys all at the start of Season 4. At the start of Season 4, yeah, Season 4, you heard me right. This is what the team is looking like for Season 4. We did get Alec Bohm as one of our signings. I accidentally simmed the Rule 5 draft when I didn't want to. So now we have this Ryan Ward guy. And also, Jordan... I have no idea. I didn't mean to sim the Rule 5 draft. So it does suck, but you know what? We're going to have to keep it like this until, something happens. So... that's the rules. Like, we have to keep all the 4 players in the team until, the end of the season type thing. And so that's kind of the rule that we have to go by in this rebuild. And I also think Ryan Ward was a good choice. I think Ryan Ward would be fine. Also, we now have 2 bench bats in Vazzy. He's moved now to the bench, which does make sense. And Alexander. Pitching, somehow we're 23rd in pitching. I don't get how we're 23rd in pitching, but we are somehow 23rd in pitching. Don't ask me how. But we're 23rd in pitching, which is really nice. So let's get to Season 4's draft. Season 4's draft underway. And this is definitely going to be interesting. We have the number 2 pick in the draft. So who did the White Sox pick? They picked Roger Lowe, which is very interesting. And I don't know why we scouted those guys. Absolutely dumb. But let's see what Charlie Cassidy has. And there we go. Charles Cassidy. And let's just go ahead and get to trading. And let's see what we can do with trades. And coming in halfway point of Season 4, we are 45 and 52. Interesting. 45 and 52. Probably still the worst team. No! We are not the worst team in all of baseball anymore. Which is interesting. And we're 6 games back on the wild card. Probably not going to make the wild card. If we make the postseason, though, I will call this rebuild a success. Because that's all I want. I don't think we'll win a World Series anytime soon. Because of that. So let's just see if we can get some trades in. And we are getting a bullpen arm. We're going to be getting Orion Kurgan from the Phillies for Jordan Wicks and Cade Cavalli. I think this will be a trade. Actually, we can also get Bryant McCall. I just noticed that now. Let's add him into this trade. And with our next trade, we are going to be trading for Alex Kirilloff and Travis Bazana from the Yankees for Bob Tapp, Gleyber Torres, who's honestly on a killer, but I think we need to get younger, and Travis Bazana is that guy, and Brian Amoros. And the final guy we're going to be getting in this trade deadline is for Tyler Freeman of the Cleveland Guardians. We're going to be getting Ryan Ward, Randall Gelman, and Chris Goleski. So let's see if we made the right choice with our draft pick. There we go. Charlie Cassidy, 79 overall, 92 potential. Julio Nieve is going to be a guy, obviously a trade piece. But let's freaking go. We could have gotten Johnny Blanchard, but it's so good to get a starter. Roger Lowe is definitely decent. Oh my gosh, Josh Pierce, what the heck? But Charlie Cassidy, there we go. There we go. So let's get to the end of the season, and let's see how we do. And at the end of Season 4, we performed like we were actually an MLB team. We went 75 and 87. Not too shabby. We were 14 games out of the wild card. We do have a league leader, I see. John Means in ERA and WHIP, and Alec Bohm in hits. Okay, that tells me that we're doing decent. That tells me we're doing good. I don't want to get my hopes up, though. I really don't want to get my hopes up. Kobayashi up to a 69 overall, and we're up to a 62 overall. Alec Bohm, great. Alex Kirilloff could have been better. Vlad Jr., just chef's kiss. Tyler Soderstrom, good. Travis Bazana, good. Ronnie Simon was meh. Tyler Freeman might need a better center fielder. Ari Kobayashi just killed it. And then me, not too shabby. The bullpen, or at least the rotation, wasn't all that bad, besides, I'd say, Brady Singer and Choi Yoon-ji, of course. But this was her best season yet. I just realized that this was her best season yet. Oh my goodness. What? That's insane. That's really insane. Riley Thompson wasn't all too bad. And then Hunter Harvey, oh my lord. So next season is the season as the Red Sox defeat the Dodgers in the World Series. But next year is the year that we have to win the World Series. I mean, not win the World Series, but at least make the postseason. I think John Means is going to be a guy we get rid of. I'll maybe Trent Thornton. We'll bring back Trent Thornton actually for one more year. We'll bring him back on a one-year deal. Now, with the rest of these guys, I'm thinking we can possibly do something about this. I mean, this is the final season. I think Zach Johnson is decent. Ronnie Simon, I'm going to keep him around. I'm going to keep him around for a little bit of time. Kirilloff, we can find a better first baseman for. Brock Burke is going to be a guy that I do keep around in the long term. Tyler Freeman, might just have to get rid of him. Tyler Soderstrom, we're going to keep him around for the season. And then Travis Bonanza, you already know what we're doing with him. Yeah. So other than that, free agency, I don't really know what to do. You might need to get a star. Actually, no, we do have that Charlie Cassidy guy. We do have this Charlie Cassidy guy, who honestly, I'm just going to promote. He doesn't even need time. I'm going to promote him straight up to the majors. That is what we're doing. But I do have a few trades in mind. So let me do those trades very quickly. We're going to be getting Andrew Walters of the Dodgers for Julio Nieve, Joe Random, and Alex Kirilloff. Trying to get some budget in, so let's do that. And I think that's the only trade we're going to do. That doesn't count as one of my signings, though. It does not count as one of my signings. Just to let you know, this does not count as one of my signings for the off-season. That's just a trade acquisition. So I think I'll just go to season 5, and I'll see you all in the final season of this rebuild. And this is the final season of the rebuild. This is the final lineup. I got Gavin Sheets, Roldo Perdomo, and I also got Nick Lodolo for the pitching. And as you can see, for the final season, I have Yoon-ji. We also have Vasi, Ari, and me all in the lineup for the final season of this rebuild. It's a long time coming. Not really a long time coming, but it is a definite coming for sure. As I just realized we don't have a center fielder. Oh crap. Okay, hold on. I gotta make a change. Hold on. Let me make some. Let me go and do my magic here. And we'll just pick up this Stuart Barra guy for center field. We gotta get a center fielder in there. Now we're rocking with the final lineup. So let's just go to the end of the season and see how we perform. I'm not going to do anything. Let's go to the end of the season because this is it. And we did it, guys. We did. We took a 0 overall team and we have made the postseason. Oh my gosh. And as you can see, Choi Yoon-ji, Vasi, Ari, and me are all on the team. Holy crap. How close were we? Oh my gosh, it was tied. And we were 24th in rank. Oh my gosh, we're facing the Diamondbacks as the 5 seed. This is a success right here. Gerardo Perdomo, good. Alec Bohm, good. Vladimir Guerrero, good. Gavin Sheets, good. Tyler Soderstrom, good. Travis, good. Sauer, good. Ari had her best season yet at 19 home runs and 63 RBIs, and me kind of just followed in the pack. Havasi kind of was a bench bet all season. And how did our girl Choi Yoon-ji do? Probably her best season in terms of stat-wise yet. So I actually want to test something. I want to see if we can maybe go far in the postseason. So game 1, Nick Lodolo, first Christian Javier. Did we also get a award? I didn't really check. We lose that one, we win that one, and we win that one. We're going to the We're going to the DS now. So I want to see what we can do. I think if we rock like this. Let's rock like this. So game 1, UG with Strider. We lose that one, we lose that one, and we get swept. So no, we don't win the World Series, but the Yankees defeat the Braves. But we made the postseason, and this challenge is a success with the 4 main people being Ari Kobayashi, me, Vasi, and in the pitching, Choi Yoon-ji. The 4 OGs on the team brought the Colorado Rockies to the postseason in 5 years' time. So if you guys did enjoy this little rebuild challenge, hit that like button, subscribe to Ready Games if you haven't already, and check out my Ultra Street Fighter 4 playlist in the playlist section, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a good day, guys.